Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the real world. Tonight's host is DJ Jesse Janedy. Joining Jesse will be AfterBuzz co-hosts Maria Menounos, Emily Harbert, Mari Fagel, Alexandra Kaplan, and Keven Undergaro. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest real world news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, DJ Jesse Janedy.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in the AfterBuzz studios with my girl Emily Harbert.
Hi, love.
What up, girl? We got Maria
Nothing.
Menounos up on the TV. She will be in studio shortly. She's en route.
En route to...
And I believe we have a special caller on the line. Oh, myself. Phil, what you got for us? All right. So the reunion. It was last night,
Yes.
but we couldn't do it because it was actually the reunion's host, Maria Menounos' birthday.
Yay, happy
Amazing.
birthday, Maria.
Had a crazy time. This girl knows how to party.
All right, we have the caller on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have, before we get to the rest of the show, we have a very special caller who I've been trying to hunt down. On the line with us, we have Leroy. What up, Leroy?
Woo!
What's up, player? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
AfterBuzz TV
I'm good,
exclusive.
man. Before anything, I want to give a special birthday shout out to my little Gemini that's in the building right now. How you doing, Maria?
Geminis, yeah.
Maria's actually en route on her way to the studio right now.
Oh, Celeste, happy birthday.
We absolutely
We will.
And let me tell you, she could hang with you guys on the real world. After last night,
She could party with you
she
guys.
could party in Vegas. It was.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear.
It was crazy. All right, so Leroy, I know you're hosting an event tonight. What do you got going on? I think you're in Dallas, correct?
No, I'm in Houston right now,
I'm
actually.
sorry.
I did an event last night for the reunion. I'm in Houston hosting an event. It's called Vanity.
Call Vanity.
Fun.
Awesome. So that's fun. So I know you got to get out of here. So let's run down. I have some very serious questions to ask you. So on the reunion show, you claim that you were a changed man. How so?
Yeah.
How did the real world change Leroy? And
The
what
real world,
and what
the
changed?
real world changed a whole lot. You know what these issues going to the show I was afraid of? Having a gay roommate, right? And then I kind of find out I have a roommate that's a gay porn star. He's claiming that he's not gay, whatever the case may be. So it was like it's not that I hate gays, it's just the fact that I have like a fear of it because I was hit on so much by guys, and like now it's kind of like it really has nothing to do with me. No,
Yeah.
I don't really judge on that no more. I mean, it is what it is.
So you think you became a more open person?
Yeah, most
accepting?
definitely, because it was kind of like I did used to pass judgment on it, and now I look at it like it's not affecting me in any way, shape, or form. You know, so long as I'm not being harassed by homosexuals or whatever, and I look at it like me and Dustin became cool to where it's like if I came to find out that one of my brothers is gay, does that mean I'm not gonna kick it with him anymore? Am I gonna disown him? So like that was like a big wake up call for me. I think I got put on the show. I mean, like because I played the guy to make the show. Then when I get on there, he gives me all these different reasons and all these different things I can learn. So that right there was big for me.
Right. Now, it's funny because you were one of our favorites in the episode. You're actually, honestly, one of my favorites throughout the real world history. I've seen every season. And I gotta say, there's never been somebody as real as you in the house.
I appreciate that, man.
Honestly, like as soon as you came in, you hit it on the spot. We've commented on it. You know, as soon as you walked in, you're like, I'm in a house with kids. And that's really, it was just a big fun house, and you were kind of like the father, just basically like putting reality checks on everybody walking through here. Now let's talk about Dustin. Let's talk about the situation. Now you and Mike are really good friends.
Yeah.
Now watching the reunion special, we know how much Mike dislikes Dustin.
Right.
And even in the house, you know, we saw the episode where they got into this brawl. One question that one of our hosts, Mari, who she's not with us today, had was, where were you during that fight? Because we noticed that all the girls were trying to pull Mike and Dustin away, and I was like, wait a minute, the one person who could honestly stop this fight, where were you at that time?
And that's weird that you said that, like the one person that could stop it. Mike and Dustin got into it so much throughout the season, and me and Adam got into it. Like I couldn't stand Adam, I hated Adam. So it was like so much weight was lifted off my shoulders when Adam left. So Mike actually wanted Dustin to punch him. And Mike was talking a lot of shit. Now, even though Mike's my boy, these are two grown men going at it, man. I can't save Mike from everything.
Right.
So I kind of was just going to wait for Dustin to punch him, break it up, and then, you know, Dustin would get sent home and Mike would be happy. But at the same time, it was kind of like I told Mike, even though you're my homeboy, you should have approached Dustin when you were sober, not when he was drunk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's how it jumped off that way. And I feel like a lot of the situations that went on there is because, like, I controlled it. It went whichever way I wanted to go. I could have stopped that fight a long time ago and it wouldn't have escalated. I could have, you know, things could have been totally different with the whole thing with Adam, but it's just like, I'm just tired of being a voice.
Right.
With that, we saw kind of, after that whole fight, you kind of had a moment with Dustin. Was that kind of when you said before, now you're accepting of gays, was it at that moment when you really accepted him?
No, you know what? The moment where I accepted it was when we was in the hallway, because like when I found out about it, everybody thought, we need to sit down and talk to this kid. So as soon as he walked through the door, no one has nothing to say. Like, everybody shook. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna talk to him. Let me holler at you, man. And I wanted to make us feel comfortable saying, look, I could care less about what you did in your past. Just don't be a liar. Like Dustin walked around the house, damn near gay bashing all the time, and then you got this big secret. You know, if you know you got this secret, you should never comment on stuff like that. So I said, to me, he wasn't being real, and I couldn't respect that. So I didn't care nothing about what he did with other men or whatever his little previous history was. It's like, I met you now, and I felt like that's something that a woman should know before you lay up with him. And I was just, you know, I'm saying it how any other normal guy would say it.
Also, just with Dustin and Mike's relationship, we saw throughout the season, like, there were times where Dustin would he helped him get ready for the date. What inspired all of that? Were there truly moments when they were okay?
There were times where they did get along, but Dustin and Mike are so much alike. They're very both real intelligent guys, man. And they would just have these big debates, and it would turn to an argument. When you're debating, it's kind of like the presidents. You can't sit there and call each other stupid. So in my head, I'm like, look, if you know that you guys can't have a debate, then how about you just not do it? Just walk away from it. But they couldn't, and I was just so tired of just watching it. The show only shows you so much. It was plenty of times where I stepped in between them, and now it's just kind of like, you know what? If Mike got to take that ass whooping, Mike got to take an ass whooping. I can't save him from everything. I can't be with Mike every minute of the day. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let them look stupid.
Do you feel the show honestly showed everybody for who they truly were?
You know what? I can only speak for myself. For myself, it definitely showed me, and it's stuff that I didn't want people to see. But it's like, you know what? You put yourself in this position, you sign up for it. It's in the contract. I mean, they can show whatever they want. Of course, it's edited, but hello, can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Of course, the show's edited, but looking at it, they definitely did a good job. I think they definitely did. Well, with me, I'm gonna just talk about me. I think they definitely did a good job with myself. I was happy with it.
Yeah. So also with the whole Dustin situation, did you feel like it was almost blown up to the point of, well, because it got to the point, I mean, the reason why I understand why everyone got upset was because it affected Heather, and she's another roommate in the house. If he wasn't going around gay bashing, if he, had no opinion about homosexuality, and and this came out about his past, do you feel it was everybody's right to know in the house and everybody should have been judging him, or mostly just based between him and Heather?
It was none of our right to know. He told us that he came to Las Vegas to get on the show to come out with the secret. So that's why he got selected for the shows, because he had the secret. There was no other reason for them selecting him. So, I mean, if he came in the house from day one and said that he did gay porn and that he was gay porn and gay run hand in hand, I'd have been like, whatever. But when you're telling me that you're straight and then you've done gay porn, it's kind of like, that's kind of weird to me, you know what I mean? But now it's like, I'm not affected by it. At the time when I first found out about it, we were all like, you know, this is wrong, we can't believe you did that. But mainly for me, it was like, bro, don't gay bash if you've been, like Mike said, you've been getting paid from the gay community for the past 4 years.
Right.
So it's like my thing is like, just be real, you know what I mean? And why you don't need to come on a national TV to tell everybody that you are a gay porn star. Like Dustin, when Mike says he's a liar, Dustin is a liar. He and he told us when we were sitting there, he lies about it a lot. So you never know what story is true. I asked him in the hallway, I said, bro, did you have sexual intercourse with a man? He says no. Then the next day he says he's done a video. So it's just kind of like, you know what, man, if you're going to come out with the truth, just wipe your whole slate clean. But now it's just like lie on top of a lie. So that's why Mike digs into him so much.
I totally feel you, because my favorite quote of the night for the reunion show was Mike saying that he's a chronic liar. So when I see a picture of a condom on your dick and a guy laying on top of you, I believe.
Mike doesn't hold back, man. Mike is a hard person to have an argument with because he's so intelligent.
Exactly.
So it's like, you know, you can't win.
Moving on, just about, I want to ask you, because you were very vocal about Nani and her relationship with Adam. I thought she was so stupid for what she was doing. Do you think she's changed? Do you think she's really put him behind her?
Or guys like that?
We were all, when we first left the show, hell no. She was still like, you know, all about Adam. Now to this point to where she changed her number, like Adam makes her sick to her stomach, but it's just like
she changed her
everything
number.
was going on. I mean, I don't live with her, but I mean, just from when I see her around Adam, how she is with other guys, I don't think that she went back home and got with her ex-boyfriend. But when we first left the show, I mean, she was still, you know, messing around with Adam or whatever. So it's just like, and we've seen the first episode before it came out, and I'm just thinking like, you see how bad this fool played you. Right. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's funny because, you know, during the show, you guys have the little web shows after the show, and it kind of gave it.
The shit out of it.
You could kind of see like in certain things where they would put Adam and her together in a room, and she had to hold it in because obviously we haven't seen the show yet, but you could just tell how pissed she was. So let's talk about you real quick. Was there any sexual tension between you and Cook in the house at all? Because we were very.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
We were very confused with the situation. Like, obviously, Cook came into the house and she was a little chess player. She knew what pieces to push at first, and I can totally see from the reunion. I feel like she's changed in that mentality. But there was a scene where she like had your gym shirt on to go to the gym, and it's like, well, girl, please, because you could have had your own, you brought gym clothes. Like, you're doing that. It's like a peacock. You do it to spread your feathers out and show everybody around the house what you got. So we were kind of curious in that sense. Was there anything ever that MTV maybe didn't show as much?
No, with Cook, when she first wanted to do it, I mean, I'm a guy, you see your show, I was like, damn, she's fine. And I was going to try to get at her. But she chose Dustin. And that's one thing I always tell males. Females pick and choose who they want to deal with. She chose Dustin, so the girls was mad about it, so she befriended me and Mike. The T-shirt incident, what happened was, Cook has a ton of gym clothes. Mm-hmm. I could have gave Cook any T-shirt. I just decided to give her a Michigan T-shirt because it would just plug Michigan. You know what I mean? So she didn't ask for one. She could have wore like an all-white tee. Nobody would have known it was mine. But I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And Cook's not even attracted to me like that. I used to actually try to go at Cook, like, what's up? And she's like, nah. She really was into Dustin.
Awesome. Now, Leroy, would you want to take any fan calls?
Yeah, no doubt. I'll do whatever. I'm down.
All right, Phil, you want to put some through for us?
Well, we've been getting a couple calls throughout, but if you're there, now's the time to call in. But you guys can continue on with your show, and I'll plug them in as they come in.
I actually have a Twitter question from somebody. They wanted to know what your situation was with Naomi in the current as of right now. And my question to add on to that is, when you were messing around with her, did you know she was going to be a 00 clinger? And in that sense, it's what I call that is
Stage 5 clinger.
Yeah, well, no, not a stage 5.
She was
a stage 5 clinger.
No, not stage 5, 00, because it's a secret agent. You go in acting like, no, I'm cool. Everything's going to be cool.
That's interesting.
But you really know what you want out of the end product. So you play the game. You play the game just to be like, I'm that girl who, to at the end be like, I'm that girl that stood by your side, that did the A, B, C, and D, and that whole situation. So, what's going on with that whole situation?
Well, when me and Naomi in the house, man, when me and Naomi first met in the house, we were just like cool. Like she was all about, messing around with guys, whatever. I was all about, dealing with different girls. We actually just hooked up one night. And for me as a guy, I'm looking at like, well, I can hook up with girls in Vegas, and I can hook up with a roommate. And, neither one of us was going to catch feelings. Sweet deal. And then once the new roommate came in the house and it was a girl, and she seen I was going to try to get at her, and she thought the girl was going to try to get at me, it all blew up. But at the same time, my dumb ass wasn't paying no attention to it. I didn't know why Naomi was acting the way she was. Tell me, like, yeah, I didn't pay no attention because I was so caught up in, the Vegas thing, the girls, just everything, just doing my whole thing. And then it turned out to be something totally different, man. And, if I could go back in the hands of time, man, my boys told me before I got on the show, like, dude, do not mess with any roommates.
That's the number one real world rule.
But it's the rule that every single roommate breaks.
Exactly, that's so true.
Yeah, and I just didn't care. I was like, you know what? No matter what girl catches feelings or whatever, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So, and I did do what I want to do, and doing what I want to do got me in trouble, as you can see. But I mean. The Naomi situation right now with me and Naomi, we're not in a relationship. We are kind of like talking. When I was filming, I really wasn't into her like that. But then like since we did the process together, it's kind of like we click now. But she lives all the way in the Bronx, and I still live in Dallas. So I mean, right now we're real good close friends, I would say. I know a lot of people see stuff on Twitter and they're kind of confused, like, are they together? Are they not? It's just like. I don't know, it's just a fun relationship we got right now, so we kind of, neither one of us is ready for a relationship, so we just chilling. I know, I'm definitely not ready.
Well, what's your, as far as like, obviously you're in this house with everybody, and you grow such a different type of bond than you normally would with, regular friends in your life.
You're there with them for 3 months, and they're the only people in the world. The only people in the world can relate to what I went through on the Real World is other people that's been on the Real World. Other than that, I mean, my friends would come. I probably had like 40 people come visit me while I was in Las Vegas, and MTV didn't show none of them. So they could relate to, Naomi could relate to what I'm going through on the show, after the show, with fans that come up to you. I mean, it's just like we both in the same boat right now. So that's what I think makes us a lot closer too than any other girl that I would meet off the street.
Is it, because obviously I can't relate to what we went through, but I've been in really close quarter situations like that. Does it feel like 2 days is like 2.5 weeks? Or like by like the end of the time you're like, oh my God, I've been here for 1.5 years?
It definitely does. After the first week, it felt so long, especially being in Vegas, because Vegas doesn't sleep. So you don't sleep.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, when you get inside the house, it's hard for you to go to sleep because you feel like you're missing out on something. You want to know what your roommates are doing. You want to be around them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of times when you watch the show, you don't see me in certain scenes because of the fact, like when Adam broke stuff in the house, I was never around because of the fact that whenever he was drinking, I knew something would pop off, so I wanted to distance myself. Because if I'm around it, then I'm going to get caught up in it. So the night that he broke stuff in the club, my boys was in town. I said, man, let's get out of here, man, because I don't want to be involved in that. Like that bar, Vanity, is like our living room. How could you go in there and destroy it?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to have nothing to do with that, man. It's like, they give us free bottles for free. How dare I come in there and dance on their table and get carried out acting a fool? It's not a good look.
So wait,
It's definitely ain't a good look to me. I don't represent that.
So were the first 6 episodes 3 weeks into the?
Most definitely. Cook's mad because she was there for like 2.5 months. Adam was there for 3 weeks, but the show was based off a storyline.
Really?
And if you're getting storyline, that means you're involved in drama.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so. I mean, it was so much storyline with that, and so Adam, I mean, it worked out good for Adam because he got a lot of storyline. But I mean, he looks like an idiot.
Yeah.
So it kind of didn't work out for him. And then for Cook, they don't show much of Cook. Cook's kind of angry because there's so much of her. But I'm like, sweetheart, this is what you gave them to work with. You gave them you hooking up with dudes and you being the girl who's trying to take someone else's man. That's what you gave them. So
Yeah.
for me, I gave him some of everything.
Now, did you ever try, like, I mean, on the show at first, you and Mike seemed to befriend Cook. Towards the end of, the show that, we saw, it was a little less, you guys were a little less social with each other. From what we saw editing-wise. Did you guys ever give that to her, that advice to her during the show? Or where do you guys stand friendship-wise? Like, where does she stand friendship-wise with everybody in the house?
With the girls, see, Cook was kind of like, Dustin was one of the girls. He was always with the girls because me and Mike were always together. He didn't get along with Mike. So Dustin would be considered one of the girls. Cook would be considered one of the guys because she didn't get along with the guys. So we would always click it. I mean, we always, hung out with Cook. Even now, to this day, the girls and Cook are just now becoming, okay, where they're cordial enough to talk to each other whenever we're at events. But Cook is probably more close to Mike than anybody, and then me second, and then the rest of them is kind of like, you know how girls are. Girls are catty, kind of like high vibe. But while we were filming, we had no idea what MTV was going to show. So, and you're not thinking about that as you're filming. You're just doing what you would normally do. So this is what I love to tell people. Like, people judge us so much off of what they've seen off of TV, but just think about the things you do when people aren't watching.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah.
If they put you in Las Vegas for 2 weeks, you can hide who you are. For 3 months, your true self is going to come out. So when people are like, they edited and cut it up, but they still showing you.
Quick random question. What ever happened with Mike and Allie?
Yes.
Mike and Allie. You know what? Throughout the season while we were there, nothing ever happened. I mean, they hung out a bunch of times. But it's like, the thing is, like, they film 24 hours a day, so they can only show you so much because they got to film 1 hour for, 13 episodes. But afterwards, they hung out. I don't know if he ever, like, got a chance to get with her. But the thing is, people are like, why didn't Mike have sex with any girls in Vegas? Mike could have had sex with a lot of girls. He's very picky, man. Mike is super picky.
Well, I remember it was like very cute with them. That was like a
and
big
he was
deal.
kind of like he didn't really have like a lot of experience with women, so he kind of was like a little nervous, and the cameras was there, and it was just kind of different. So, now Mike, he's probably getting all the pussy. Can't say that.
All right, Leroy.
Maria's here for you.
Yes, Maria has just entered the building.
Hi, Leroy.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard you went hard last night.
Oh, I rode a bull. The bull rode me. I wasn't as good at it as our producer here, Phil Svitek, who was an animal on it, but I held my own.
There you go. I'm happy to hear that.
So did you guys just get on the phone
21?
now?
Did you just turn 21 yesterday?
I turned 21. Yes, I'm finally legal.
Plus tax.
Oh, yeah, 21.
Oh, I like that. Plus tax. That's cute.
No, we've had Leroy on for about maybe 10 minutes. So we've been grilling him, getting all the details.
Did you see the show, Leroy?
Last night, the reunion, you did a good job, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you did a really good job.
They loved it. Like, when we finish the reunions, and it takes hours, right, Leroy?
Yes, oh my God, man.
How long were you guys there?
About a good 4.5.
Oh, no, we're there for 6 straight hours. It's 6 straight hours of sitting down, and you can take a pee break, which is nice sometimes. But at the end, when they're all ready, like, to just die and get out of there, I'm like, hold on, now we get to shoot our like, little promos and stuff, where I'm like, we'll be right back. Leroy, hold that thought. And all those moments. And then when you see them edited in, you think they're totally natural, which is great.
It
That is.
is really natural.
Would have never guessed that. And I love the set that you guys were on, too.
Yeah, I thought the set was great this year.
Leroy, so another thing I want to get into, because we haven't even talked about Adam yet.
Wait, Adam tweeted me. I saw a tweet. I'm like, wait. And then I realized later, I'm like, wait, I think that's Adam. His last name's Royer, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Adam Royer, MTV. That's him.
I love that MTV is part of his Twitter handle.
It's all of them.
It's a lot of cast people's MTV that's been on there.
Really?
Mine is just my name backwards, 25, because I was 25 when I did the season, and it was the 25th season of the show.
Huh.
Yeah, you're the only different one, because I know Naomi, Nene.
They're all MTV?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I just was like scrolling through, and I'm like, Adam Royer. Oh, I haven't seen that name on Twitter yet. And I go, wait, later. And I didn't have time to respond to anyone when I was reading these. I was just kind of like looking through really fast.
You.
Did you?
I did. I was like, I told him to call in for the show. he had wished you a happy birthday, and actually somebody also retweeted it and said, "Hey Adam, you're a creeper for that tweet." So do you agree with what they said on the show as far as Adam being a fame whore? Do you think that that's why he was reacting the way he did in the club scenes, or do you think that's just naturally who he is as a person? Like, he kept saying he was real and this was him and this was just a part of him, and no one really got to see the real.
It's kind of half and half. Like, he does really get that drunk. Well, he used to get that drunk. I've been around him now since we left the show. He definitely doesn't get like that. But while we were there, he's definitely fame hungry. He's all about like that whole Jersey Shore thing. And that's because all of them are college kids, so they're kind of wrapped up into that. He's like, you would see him on a 7. He's talking him and Dina's dating or this and that, whatever the case may be. But he's all about like wanting to be in the light. He definitely wants to capitalize off of this, and and everybody else does too. But it's just kind of like being on the show, man. Be you. Let America accept you for who you are. Don't get on there and try to be somebody that you're not. Since she's gonna love me more because I went to juvie and all this crazy stuff. So for me, it was just kind of like I really couldn't get down with that, man.
Did you know that from the first day? When did you guys really figure that out?
I think he told Nani, and then after he broke some stuff in the hotel a couple times or whatever, and I was like, going off on him or whatever, he shoved me down. He's like, you don't know his story. He used to be a drug dealer and he went to jail. What's that got to do with breaking bottles in the club? I don't get it. Like, that doesn't even go hand in hand. I was like, whatever, man. But I mean, like, to me, I felt like sometimes, like, maybe they just haven't been through life experiences like me, because I know a ton of dope boys. And all my boys that sell dope, and I'm not affiliated with it. I don't sell dope. They don't act like that in the club. They don't get drugged out by bouncers. But Nani felt like that was an excuse. Like, we need to, like, know his story. Well, tell us your story.
Leroy,
if I don't know it, then I'm going to judge you off for what I see.
Leroy, Keven Undergaro here. I'm one of the producers at AfterBuzz. I met you. I was with Maria down at the taping of the reunion show. I don't know if you remember.
He professed his love to you.
Yeah, a big fan of yours.
How you doing, man?
What I liked best, and I haven't seen the cut version of the reunion show. I saw the live 6-hour version, and I don't know if this made it to air, and you guys can all tell me, but in the 6-hour version, Leroy called out Adam in such a great way, and
It didn't make it.
he said to Adam something that I've wanted to say to the Adams of the world forever. And what you'd said, Leroy, and I'm gonna paraphrase, but it was something to the effect of, I have friends. I was born into a tough existence and had friends who had no choice but to live that lifestyle. And for you, who was born with good parents and in a relatively decent home, to go and choose that lifestyle, that's just messed up. And amen to you, brother, for saying that. Yeah. I've always wanted to say it to these guys, like, are you kidding me? You think this is so glamorous and so cool?
The thing is, like, you really don't want that lifestyle.
You don't want it.
The guys that are in that lifestyle don't want to be there. They have to do it. And it's just, I can't respect, that's why I couldn't respect that. I was just like, bro, you didn't come from that. You know what I mean? So,
very poignant.
And to see the tragedy you endured, the real part of, like, what goes on, like, and the fact that you would think that's a joke.
When he told me he was from Maine, I was thinking, like, well, no offense to people from Maine, but, like, what goes on there?
Nothing.
For you to be the biggest drug dealer at 16 of your state, I'm like, really? What the hell goes on there?
I'll tell you, Leroy, there's something about,
Yeah.
and Jesse, you can speak to this as well. Leroy, we're from the Massachusetts area, and there's something about the New England area where these guys come out of the sticks, and they act as though they come out of the sticks, and they find this so glamorous, and they turn to that lifestyle, and even the other, like, crazy guy, is it CT? It's another one. His area is not a tough area at all. Maria grew up, Medford's a pretty tough place, and there's tougher, but Medford's pretty tough, and he doesn't really come from that. But yet, this guy, that whole masshole, like, New England, like, gangster wannabe stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's something that's really prevalent in our area.
Yeah.
I was on
that right there. That wannabe stuff is going to bring you something that you don't want. I mean,
yep.
And I'll use for a prime example. My friend that got killed while I was on the show was really wrapped up in that type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking, like, I know people that, and I lost him. He was the same as Adam. He was 22. It's like I was telling Adam all the time, like, bro, somebody will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody will kill you. People aren't playing games with you coming in their club breaking bottles. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, take that to an urban area, man. You get your ass shot.
Right.
That's
And,
just real.
and you're right. And you throw that out there. You know, you live by the sword, you die by it. It's a cliche, but you do throw that out to the universe, and it will boomerang back and hit you. If this is what you really want, you will get it.
I got that out of reading that from, you said, for the universe thing, out of reading the book called The Secret. I read that
Oh,
the
yeah.
other day.
100%.
Just like that.
100%.
Yeah.
It's right. And it's also in Maria's book, too, ironically.
The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
No, she does. You have a part in there, Maria, where you say that. But, man, you got to be careful. You throw that stuff out there. And so hopefully now the glamorous life of this show will kind of get him away from it. But he was very quiet. His feathers had been plucked that day.
And that's what I was just about to say. What was really interesting, you guys, is we were there, and I'm sure you're catching a little bit in the show. Again, I haven't seen it yet either. I was riding a bull last night. But during the whole reunion, and I want your take on this, Leroy, he was very calm. He was very zen. He kept to himself. So the one thing that I walked out of there with...
He came out strong initially, remember? He had attitude, and
but then he just stayed calm, and I was like, Kevin, if he was such a fame whore, and again, I am right there with you. I'm pretty sure you guys are right on about that. If he was such a fame whore, I would have expected him
Maria, what
to
do I
cause
always,
more...
no,
Hold on, let me finish my point.
Go ahead. I know where you're going.
I would
could
have
just go ahead.
expected him to have caused more of a scene, to have been more, boisterous.
So why didn't he then?
Well,
I mean, but but cause a scene with who? Cause a scene with Nani or cause a scene with me?
not with you.
He came. No.
Yeah.
Just
No,
in
I mean Adam
I
in
think
general.
just in general. He
could have
was
been
at
more
first with
vocal.
Nani. He was at first. Leroy, if you remember, he was really arrogant at first, but then he just got worn down and he faded away. So, so Maria, I know why he wasn't. Why do you think he wasn't?
Well, I don't think that...
Go ahead, Maria.
Oh, no. Actually, Leroy, you answer it.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, Adam, what? I mean, because he felt like he lost right there. Because everybody was putting him on blast.
Thank
This
you.
person-
I think he's so
It was
egotistical.
He was counterattacking everything Nani said.
He-
So whenever Nani would put him down, he felt he had to push it back out. And this is like, bro, I mean, first of all, you're talking with a woman. You sitting here talking about, this is like a teenager type thing to me. When you going around, you telling all your friends and everybody you know what you did with a woman the night before. Like, come on, man, really? So
I think, and Leroy, once you guys revealed to everybody that he was a fame whore, and he was exposed. And what's the one thing, Maria? I always tell you, what's the one thing most sociopaths and creepers and the one thing they all try to protect is they do not want to be exposed.
Yeah.
They do not want to be
But he's
exposed.
wearing his t-shirt.
But he was exposed, Jesse.
Mr. Roy, your t-shirt.
By the way, he walked into it. He
walked
had he
into
known
it.
like a week before, he didn't know about this whole fame whore thing until he got to set. They shanghaied him with him, and because he was a fame whore and he was called out, he wilted like a flower.
Yeah.
Had he just been the real deal Holyfield, he would have said F you, blah blah blah. He would have went off, but no, he's like, ooh, they know who I am, and he didn't know how to handle it, and he wilted like a flower.
By the way, there's a term for that.
High five for that.
Leroy, this is Phil from the booth. Second degree vanity.
Oh, you love that one, Phil.
Interesting.
Yeah, I still don't know what it means. But
It basically means if let's say you're doing your makeup and someone walks in, you pretend like you have something in your eyelash because you don't want people to know that you're doing your makeup.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
Interesting.
For me, part of it was when I saw him kind of like step back and be like, I don't need to do it. It was like, I don't need to explain myself to you. I feel like that's how he covered it up. He was like, I win. He covered up like, no, this is who I am. Like, I don't need to explain. I win. You could tell that he was pissed off, but I think he tried to cover it up being like, no, I don't have to explain anything to you.
Yeah.
And I think that he's obviously a very egotistical person, and I saw a lot of that.
Leroy, what did you...
He was definitely angry up there. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What was your thought when MTV called you and was like, hey, we have a show for you. We want to put you on The Rivals with Adam. What went through your mind? Because I know you literally...
They don't tell them. They don't tell them about the pairing.
They asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, yeah, you don't find out until you get there.
Yeah.
I actually seen him at the airport. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, what are you doing? So we kept the flight to Costa Rica, and then they tell us, what the show is called.
No!
And what
Yeah.
the, you know,
You didn't know that? They don't tell
No!
them. Yeah. What was your initial, like, what was the first thing that went through your head?
And what was that flight like?
Well, I think Adam, I was like, I'm about to bury this motherfucker. And,
That boy,
straight up.
Leroy.
Oh my God! Wow, I can't wait to
Me
watch
too.
it.
What was the first
this
thing
girl,
that,
you definitely don't want to miss it. And now, you know what? I just, like 2 weeks ago, I seen Adam in Vegas. I just squashed my beef with him because Adam doesn't have a problem with me. I have a problem with Adam. You know, him like putting his hands on me or whatever. That was so hard for me to get over.
I don't
Extremely.
think it seemed like he didn't want to. It seemed like, again, like all those guys all talk and stuff, and when it's really brought to them, and they don't want any part of it. And what I saw on the stage is he didn't want any part of you.
But also, here's why, and it's a two-parter. A, he's afraid of him, but B, you come off so intelligent,
Centered.
Leroy,
I was
and
just
so,
about to say that.
Right.
Exactly, and so centered that you can't be mad at you. Like, you can't hate you because you come from a really authentic place and an intelligent place and a centered place. And it's like, when I told you this and Kevin told you this when we met you, you were our favorite on the show because of that. You were so
Favorite
wise.
on the history of the show.
Yeah, that-
25
exactly.
seasons.
My man.
We waited for this kid.
Yeah.
25
Exactly.
seasons.
And that's what it is. Like, you're wise beyond your years. You're grounded. You're smart. And I think, like, it was a battle. He wanted to hate you, but he couldn't.
And I'll tell you something else, Leroy.
Absolutely.
The way you handled this kid and his behavior.
Yeah.
Forget that.
Yeah.
This is now an example how all college kids, how all roommates should handle a drunk. Forget that. Let's take this to intervention.
Yeah.
Forget these like sit downs. We
Yeah.
love you. Reading your letters. You know what? Like, no, I'm gonna smash bottles too. That
Yeah.
sounds cool. You guys are all behind me. Like, let's do it. It was the biggest form of patent interruption I've ever seen. It was
true.
one of the healthiest reactions I've ever seen. And I mean that. And I have a background in this.
Everybody,
Very
you know what?
passionate about it.
And I thought that everybody would feel the same way I do, the same way you do. But some people looked at it like what I did was ignorant. It was stupid.
Nope.
Nope.
this kid
Healthy.
needs help.
So
I'm helping
healthy.
him. I was like, you fucking idiot. What do you mean?
Right, because we live in a codependent country where all we do is like rally behind these people and kiss their ass. And by the way, he knew that, and everyone was giving him the attention he wanted. And you're like, oh, you know what? I think so. That's cool. So you smash it, and then people kiss your ass. I love that. I'm in.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
boy,
I
then
know,
everyone all of a
They
sudden.
looked at me like I was an idiot. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. You're wrong. And I was like, what?
you know
He
why,
just did it.
though? You know why, Leroy? Because we're taught as a society that, like, you're not doing any better by doing it too,
Yeah,
right?
that's-
And so I kind
Yeah.
of felt like that watching it too. It was kind
No,
of
not
like,
me.
I
Not
know.
me.
And we're very
Smash
clear.
boy. I want to get in and help
We are
him.
very clear on how you felt, but I did feel like that a little bit too. It's like it doesn't help the situation. It only, you know, I didn't really like it, to be honest. But then when Kevin explained it to me like that, because I'm trained like a civilian as everybody else.
No,
that-
Maria, you've been victimized by it too.
Exactly.
You have
that
been.
this is, not appropriate.
You've had the
But then
Adams
when
of the
Kevin
world.
said that, it makes sense. When you watch Intervention and you see all these people's lives that are being ruined by this one
Ruined by
addict,
one
right?
asshole.
It's like, all right, screw you. We're all gonna do drugs. We're all gonna have fun. We're all not gonna have to pay our bills. Then what? Oh, no one's going to be there to placate to you and to help you
Yeah, then where
and
are we
to
gonna be?
continue
Then
your
where are we gonna
narcissistic
be?
behavior. Where are we all going to be?
Leroy,
It's
you know
like,
what?
Kevin told me this a long
You know,
time ago.
A lot of it came from my biological mom is a real bad raging alcoholic. Like, she's a real bad alcoholic. And for her to get her kids stripped away from her from the state of Michigan and then still be in the same state of mind 15 years later, you can't help somebody that don't want to get help. When you hit
Right.
rock bottom, that's what it was like with Adam. Like, we were trying to help him. And then when he's giving me his ass to kiss, it's like, you know what? It's a wrap.
And by the way, now let me take one more step back, Leroy, from my perspective, which is probably even more perverted and twisted. Like, I'm looking at this guy, and I look at all the alcoholics, and you know what, Leroy? I actually like to drink. You know what? It's one of the few things I do very well. I love to drink. I love
do
to
it well,
party.
honey.
And you know something else? Like,
doesn't.
if I could
We
be
have it in the
drunk
archives.
24/7, I
Oh,
would,
yeah.
but you know why I'm not? I have responsibilities to my family. I have responsibilities to my friends. I have responsibility to my employers and my employees. But you know what? If the reality is, let me be drunk 7 days a week. But you know what? I can't. But when I see a guy like that and people like that, no, F them. Like, you know, you get to party like that 7 days a week? No, I don't think so. And just, wouldn't we all love to do that? Wouldn't we all like to just drink and do whatever we want, piss in the corner, throw bottles against the wall?
How?
You know? Sorry.
Wait, just to give it context, how many days of the week were you guys wasted?
every day. You know, my first day, I'm just the honest truth. The first day I went without drinking was when I found out about Dustin. And then when you see me grab that glass out Heather's hand, that was my first day back drinking. I was just gonna I was like, I want to try to do one day without drinking because it's so hard. And then when I found out about that, I was like, holy shit, this came out of left field. Like somebody hit me in the face with a brick. So I just.
And by the way, and you know what else I love about you, Leroy? I said to Maria as we were watching the shows months ago, I said, this kid appreciates this situation.
Yeah.
He's the one
Oh
who's being like,
God. You know what?
hello.
I said, look, man, y'all being so ungrateful.
We have a 4-month paid
They sent me
vacation.
to Las Vegas to live for free, no bills, alcohol, women.
Because you know what, Leroy,
And I'm
listen.
gonna fuck all that up. So that's another reason why I didn't fight him. I was like, you know what, it ain't worth it.
Leroy, I'm a construction worker and a carnival worker. Brutal work. You are like a real worker, you know, for what you do back. So for you to get in that situation, for me, we're like, pinch me. Are you kidding me? A 4-month paid vacation in Vegas of all places, where we have cameras on us, where you're an instant star. You can grab any piece of tail in the bar. We had our whole lives for this, and for that kid to be pissing all over it. Oh, it made me sick, but I could feel the pain that you were going through. And I remember saying to Maria, I said, because this kid, I go, Leroy, he gets it.
Yep.
You know?
Leroy, so I know you've had probably spent the most time with Adam, especially now in the sense of doing the rival show. So now, going to now, do you think Adam, and you also said Adam's been drinking less. He said Adam isn't getting as trashed as he was before. Do you think that he is somebody who can be helped? Do you think that it will?
He definitely could be helped but a lot of it is like he's still a big famer. I mean, he wore his own T-shirt to the reunion, and I mean that's just for him to try to plug it or whatever. But like,
how did that work? Did they allow him? Like, did they say anything to him?
Drinking wise, as a person, I'm not around him all the time, but like drinking wise, he definitely, because on the street when I'm with him, he can't get away with no shit like that. Somebody fuck him up. So it's kind of like a reality check. When you do these shows and you watch yourself on TV, you get to see all your flaws.
But when you say he was allowed to wear a shirt, and it's funny, I didn't notice it that day, but did MTV even say anything to him about it? Because they're not generally allowed to do that, and I've had experiences where they've actually made people change.
Really?
Yeah.
He might have asked. He might have like, yeah, they're begging, please, for them to do it.
They also during the show, they actually went to, when he said, I have a clothing line.
I
they
just
actually,
saw it.
Oh, you did just see it? Yeah, they showed like the girls in his underwear and all that.
But you know, I'm gonna be honest. I think that it's a good looking shirt. I told him the other day, like, man, you know, y'all did a good job on that. So, I mean, for me, it's like just because I dislike him, I can't hate on what he's doing. I wish the most, you know, the best for him, but at the time,
Leroy, when are you moving to LA, and when am I getting you out there as a star?
Yes.
I told you before. I told you. You know what? But here's Leroy. Now I'm going to tell you. Did I end up emailing you, Leroy? Maybe I didn't get your information. Did I not get your information when I was there? I forget. We were waiting for you at the bar, and we had to get out because we had a flight. But did we exchange information?
Well, we have information.
No, we didn't because we had to rush out. I think you gave me something, or I might have given you.
I know, but anyway, this is where you need to follow up on stuff because we're out here, all of us. We're in LA. We're dialed in, and you, my friend, are a star. You are. You really are. You're an incredible personality, and we need to press on it. We need to press on it. When are you moving to LA?
You know what? I have to let the opportunity take me there. I can't just bust up. You know, I still got my job that I'm doing now. I'm in the lease. That's the only reason why I haven't left yet. But LA has been a dream of mine for a long time. So you got any connection you getting out there, man? I'm down.
I am the connection. No, but you know, we will. No, but we
catch a flight tonight.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that.
You'll be hosting an AfterBuzz tomorrow.
No, but we should get you. We will get you. I want you hosting some shows for us, but there's other opportunities out there, and I'll keep the radar up. And I have a funny feeling they're going to continue to go to you a couple of times a year. I mean, I know Kenny Santucci is a friend of mine, and he's a star of those shows, and I know you're going to be a star of these as well. But I also I feel the same way with Kenny too. But you just have such a presence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't you agree, Maria?
I 100%
Jesse?
agree.
Yeah, and speaking to that, Leroy, we're going to be covering the rival show here on AfterBuzz.
Yeah.
So now we need you to come in studio. And now I know you have to go. You're hosting an event tonight in literally 5 minutes. But before we do, Mari, are you on the line?
I am on the line. Hi, Leroy.
Mari,
hey, what's up, sweetheart?
Real quick before he has to go, do you have any questions that you wanted to ask him?
I just want to tell you, your bromance with Mike was one of my favorite things to watch this season, and by far the best bromance of all of the Real World seasons. So I just wanted to know if your friendship is still going strong.
Yes, man. Mike is my man. Mike is actually in Mexico right now, so we've just chatting over email. But the friendship is real. It's not just for TV, man. Mike is definitely my guy. I love him.
Are you wearing
and this is another thing I changed after the show. I used to always say no homo, and I figured out how offensive it was. So, like when guys say they love you to other men, you always be like, no homo. I actually love Mike, and I do not have to say no homo.
He's going to manage our money, Leroy, that we're going to make. We want him on the team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Are you wearing your friendship bracelet right now?
I got it on right now.
Love this kid.
I love it. Well, Leroy, thank you for joining.
Thank you so
Leroy,
much.
you're the man. We'll definitely be in touch, and just all the best from us, and thank you so much.
Thank you for being you.
Yeah,
honestly,
really.
Yo, let me plug my Twitter in.
Oh,
Yes,
please.
Listener is Roy Lee 25, and my YouTube channel is Roy Lee 25 MTV. My Facebook fan page is Roy Lee Garrett, and then y'all can find me on the Ustream.
yes.
Great.
Nice, and we'll throw this up on our Facebook
Yeah,
page as
absolutely.
well.
We'll tweet that out.
100%.
Thank you.
And the Ustream is Roy Lee 25 MTV, and I'll be doing Ustream after every episode, after the shit show, after the rivals, all of that, so they can still continue to see that.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
We should, Leroy, let's work together on that. Like maybe I don't know what Jesse and Phil, they run this joint, but if you guys don't go up live after rivals, or are you East Coast, Leroy? Or West Coast? What time zone are you in?
I'm Central.
He's
Central.
mid-coast.
So Leroy, how about this? How about you go up right after
the contract.
right afterwards, okay? And then we follow up after you, and you come on to our show, and we'll cross promote each other.
That'll work, man.
Let's do that. Seriously.
All right, deal is
I
done.
like that, man.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll cross promote. We'll go back and forth. Now, you guys gonna finish this at Leroy? Are you gonna be irresponsible? Phil and Jesse, you gonna be irresponsible? Do I have to nurse this
I have
deal?
a meeting with Mario tomorrow, actually.
Okay.
Leroy.
Yeah, Mario's my guy, man.
Good.
That's my mentor / agent /
Nice. Okay, that's your guy?
smaller brother, 'cause he's stronger than me.
Let's do it. No, let's listen. So let's tell our fans right now with the rival show and with the shit show, you'll be looking forward to, if it's in the Central Time Zone, you'll be going up live to watch and see and hear from Leroy, and then following his show, we'll do AfterBuzz. Does that work,
AfterBuzz
Phil
TV
and Jesse?
exclusive.
That would definitely work.
That works, Phil and Jesse?
Yeah.
Because Leroy, I only stop in here to make trouble. So these guys do run the place, so I have to go with them. So is
All right,
that a done
he's
deal?
gotta go.
All right.
Done deal.
Thank you, Leroy. Have a
Bye,
good night
Leroy.
tonight.
Bye, Leroy.
Son of a
Leroy.
man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all.
Take care.
Bye.
Awesome. Great guy.
Awesome
Yeah,
guy. That was supposed to be a
God.
10-15 minute conversation. And
It's AfterBuzz. It's no 10, 15 minutes. Did you see the cast member of The Office came on our live show? I only get 5 minutes. Yeah, half hour later. Everyone loves the AfterBuzz.
he was supposed to be someplace at 9 o'clock, and there was supposed to be a pre-show, so he clearly didn't make the pre-show. But we
It's okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah, so
He's
appreciate
buzzed.
it.
Yes.
he caught the
he's
buzz.
Amazing.
So-
Do you know what? Well, just what was about getting help and all that stuff about Adam. What I was thinking about then, Robert Downey Jr. said something. This is really random, but on Oprah, and he said it's really easy to get clean. What's hard is to decide to get clean.
Wow. Robert Downey said that?
Yeah, Robert Downey
Oh
said
man,
that.
you can't be that
And-
good of an actor without you have an understanding
even
of
Oprah
humanity.
was like to Oprah, and Oprah was like, "That's really profound."
That
and I was
is.
like, "That is so true." That's the hard thing. He was like, "Getting clean's very easy. It's deciding." And I think Adam, and when he said Adam's 22, I'm gonna be 22 in a week and a half. Like the fact that Adam's
too?
yeah, the fact that Adam's my age, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like.
No, night and day. But I mean, boys,
What?
listen, boys
Boys,
do
yeah.
not
Yeah,
do not.
we discussed that. But
do not
also the thing
mature.
is, with Adam, the confidence with him, his confidence level, of how he was with girls, it kind of made me depressed that there are actually girls that give
No,
to him
it
like
is.
that.
It's very
I
sad.
know.
It was like, are there really girls that give
Yes,
to him?
no,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
amazing.
That
I mean,
depressed
it's
me.
really sad.
Yeah, it was
No,
like,
I mean, it's
But
really
it's
amazing.
it's not confidence; it's his insecurity. That's the whole reason
true.
why.
I
he
know,
acts
but
this
I think her
the
bigger
whole reason
point
why
is
most people act in an embarrassing way like that is because they're insecure.
Yeah, no, totally.
But the
I'm
fact
saying,
it works on women,
the fact that
is
he has
awesome. I mean,
results.
It's
He's
That
successful.
is,
The fact that
Phil,
this-
take notes, Phil. Write that down. Do you
Phil,
see that?
go to
Phil, there's women.
Juvie.
No, we love that. No, we can scam. That's all you do. It's like you
BBM me
scam. You just be, you just have to be an abusive asshole and you get hot chicks.
Yeah.
That girl, what's her name? She's so
Nani.
hot. Nani's she's soft.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
I gotta say, I mean, Nani is a little pop and piece up there.
By the way, Leroy, best dressed guy of
Yeah, no,
I
he's a
really
man.
wanted to
He's
see
just
it.
Do you
amazing.
know Nani during the show?
That was a hot dress she was wearing. that I
Wait,
love.
during the show, after the show, and through Scooter was like, Kevin, I don't know how
She
to
was
put
very
it.
passionate about Maria.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. And then she sent me some tweets. It was
By
cute.
the way, there was
I
like
was like,
some
I'm flattered.
She
in the
appreciated
shit, like
Maria.
her and Heather actually hooked up.
Oh yeah,
and,
they
like,
totally did.
There's a real hookup.
Like-
yeah.
On that, all they showed like
in the shoot they did show, they were making out all the time.
Wait, yeah, they
No,
showed,
it was a full on get down. It wasn't
Yeah,
just
like-
let's like a lot of these girls today do. They kiss each other to oh look at everyone's looking at us. Isn't this cool? No,
Yeah.
it was an actual session.
But and not even that, but they showed some other clips
clips
of the other girls were making out with her too, and I was
yeah.
like, girl, really?
Oh yeah.
You know, it reminds me of Mari.
Yeah, just like Mari.
Mari had a very interesting night last night.
Yeah,
Mari,
what's
didn't
up,
you?
Mari? Mari, you're spoken for. How did that go?
Threw me under the bus.
No, but Mari, what? I mean,
This is the stuff Kevin loves to
No, I
hear.
saw a text. I'm just getting in, or so. I was like, what?
Wait,
Mari.
what's going on here?
It was a friend's birthday party last night, and I went to a rooftop bar where they happened to be filming The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Research
and I
and
had a couple mojitos, and I wanted to get back just in time for 16 and Pregnant. And I was texting Phil saying, "I'm completely wasted. This ship flies for the real world, but not for 16 and
She
Pregnant."
hosted 16.
Oh my God, drunk? Oh my God! Wait, isn't that one of our commandments? Thou, AfterBuzz host, thou shall not.
What after my
Host
after
AfterBuzz,
except
no one made that rule.
except for
No,
Jersey Shore.
But you know what? I learned from the best.
That's
I learned
right.
from Kev.
That's
and,
right. That's my girl.
So fun.
By the way, Mari.
Wonderful that Kevin's
Cheers.
setting such a
Mari.
great example.
By the
for
way,
AfterBuzz host.
No, Mari, because I'm getting depressed, and I don't know if we've announced yet, but we're losing little Emmy.
I know.
We're losing Emily. I mean, we'll have you
Yes,
call.
we are.
We'll have you in audio, right?
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Can we announce what you're going to do?
Within the next month, I am moving to Miami.
We're going to Miami.
To bitch. Which is actually where I met Kevin and
Yes.
Maria.
I know.
Taking it full circle.
Yeah.
But to work on Charlie's Angels.
No.
So
Wow,
I will be able to give you
congratulations.
guys, I'm going to be the on-set PA, so I'll be able to give you guys some
We're
scoop.
definitely gonna check that out.
Absolutely.
There is an
Love it.
AfterBuzz Charlie's Angels.
And then my old makeup artist
Yeah, I
is
just
going to
heard.
be the key makeup
Yeah.
artist
He's
there,
so
Brett. So you guys will
excited
have
to
a lot of
meet you
fun.
because he doesn't know anybody, so he's
yes,
so excited.
perfect. And I mean, I could be calling in drunk because it is
I love
Miami.
that.
It's
and,
I love
perfect.
that.
And I mean, I can't even believe I'm moving to Miami because after my experience there, like, if there's one place that is as bad as Vegas, it's Miami. Like,
Well,
We're gonna have you back. You'll be back to
yes,
us.
but
you'll
anyways.
be back, but we'll
Well,
come back
wait.
down too.
Yes.
Sorry.
Question: can we get back to real world things?
Before
real
we
quick?
get back to the real world, we're
Question.
actually gonna head to a commercial
Yes,
break.
I do have to say, can I just go into reporter mode here with Maria, though? Because I've been dying to ask her a couple of questions.
No,
only
I'm
because
gonna
the
give you
past
some new
couple
media.
Episodes.
Hold on, Mari. Pause, everyone. I'm going to give you some new media challenges that we're about to face. So we're going to continue streaming on Ustream. While we do so, you guys have to talk because, unfortunately, someone gave me a card that was almost full. And so on the archive version of the show, we have about 30 seconds left. So I need to switch cards so that way when we can edit the
media.
show for
Here we
you
go.
guys to listen.
Okay. So can
And
Mari ask her
unfortunately-
questions, Phil?
No. You guys just talk about your
Okay.
weekend.
Okay, talk about the weekend.
All right,
Talk
guys.
about
So
me.
we'll be
Why
back.
don't we? Should we break away? Go look at that clip that we need to look at.
No,
while
I
you do
can't
that?
look at the clip without my editor.
Oh, without Frank.
Yeah, without Franz.
Franz.
So we.
I gotta look at music for serial
we'll-
buddies.
Wait, so how was your birthday? It was fun.
was fun,
I saw
yeah.
pictures of something online
Whoa.
at some event.
Um,
At Alex Pettifer was there.
Leroy was awesome.
When was that?
Salt
Some
of the
liquor,
By the way, Jess,
liquor
now feel free
thing.
to ask
What
when
was
we
it
go
called?
after the commercial.
Alex,
Just
you guys
ask
were at a big
away,
long
'cause
table
we
at a
were there.
restaurant. You were wearing like a really cute.
And we
when
know
was
the
it? And it
gossip.
was like
dinner.
yeah, and it was like, oh,
Like
Maria's turning. So I
Dustin
thought it was
only
that.
made up with the girls.
He's an actor,
all
and like
the
everybody
whole
thinks
thing.
he's a super douche.
So-
Yeah.
He
No,
was-
no.
And-
I
and
thought
I
you were
know
gonna say
from the
super.
producers,
He's like
their
an
theories
upcoming
on
star. People
yeah,
why
are
they
like,
really
yeah,
don't
but
like each
there's
other.
like a whole bunch of
And
rumors about him
how
being,
much
like, a
Twitter really
big
affected
douchebag.
all of this.
But yeah, he was
the
in
fact
Iron
that she
Man
even
before.
touched that and
Yeah,
as a
Rachel. I
topic,
was talking to him for a
at the
brief
end of
time
it,
at
it
the
just
end when I was
proves,
leaving.
We're
this was
back.
something
Yeah, he's a
totally
clerk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
baby.
So
All
no
right.
new media. When we get back from a commercial break, we're gonna grill Maria and Kevin because they were there live and they can give us the in-depth insider's
Let's get
perspective.
to it.
Yes.
Nice.
So we'll be
Yes.
back after this commercial break.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
Oh, you leave on the 11th. It'll either be that weekend or the weekend right after.
All right, we're back.
Hey, fun people.
New
Come on,
media,
pay
new
attention.
media.
Hey.
Sorry.
We're back. Let's talk Real World. Emily, I know you wanted to.
Okay, here's my question. I'm sure you asked this, but we didn't get. It was they didn't cover whether the status of Dustin and Heather's relationship. And from the very beginning, we saw his hand was behind her chair. And then, like, during, of course, I'm like one of the only people that would notice this. Like, when they were talking to Adam, he like started running his fingers like up her arm and like all this stuff. So, like, what's the status?
It's funny because, of course, I ask every question under the
Yeah.
sun, but what gets edited down from 6 hours is just what they do. That's a really good question because I can't really remember the answer because we had a private convo after. I think it's a little
What did that
ambiguous.
consist of?
Yeah, I can't reveal my private convo with her, but because that was girl talk. But I think that I don't think that they're really together.
Really?
Yeah, no. Kev, right? She
That
seemed.
surprises me.
No, she seemed
'Cause
to
he
me like.
jumped to her
Dustin
defense
and
too.
Heather.
But why?
He jumped
but
to her
why?
defense.
Why? Because they're in cahoots.
What do you think?
Remember, you're forgetting, Maria, because, you know, thank God
I know, me and my brain.
I'm
He's
your
my
hard
USB drive.
I think she did not want to be seen as a homophobic person and a hypocrite because she went and hit him so hard and then is like sucking face with all these women in the house and being sloppy. And she was afraid that through watching Twitter, her Twitter account, going to the message boards, seeing how people were hating on her, she really didn't. She wanted to come off as open-minded and not that person. Number one.
Okay.
So number two, I just feel like they both made an alliance to get on the same page. And for that reason, and then that was going to back him up for any of his various scams that he's got tied to that.
Helps her, helps him.
Right, and Maria, that was what you surmised at the time, and it seems accurate.
So they aren't together, but they're just like.
They might kind of be together for the
They're
sake
not-
of fame.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
kind of
kinda
like because I think what it is like.
If they were on a relationship in Facebook, it's complicated.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's because they're seeing so much of each other right now because they're on these tours that like when you're with somebody like full time and you're working with them, it's like that addiction kind of is there.
Yeah, so it's like kind of back to what they were.
But my impression, and again, it's sometimes my brain just completely fries, and Kevin really is my memory bank. What I remember is that they weren't really together.
And what was what did she say?
Actually, no, and they did say he lives where he lives, she lives where they live. So yeah, they aren't together.
Just made the alliance.
Yeah.
Formed the alliance.
What was the whole because there was they did a whole section at the end about the Twitter thing.
Yeah.
What did she say via Twitter that pissed Cook off so much that was so
Cook
mean
was
to
so upset.
they wouldn't tell me, but Kevin helped me remember again. I'm really brain dead.
So Cook was mad at. Now refresh me. Cook
No,
was.
Heather was mad because Cook.
Cook was
Cook
mad.
was mad because
Heather tweeted something.
She tweeted something that she had said to her in confidence. I think it was like a very.
It was in the moment.
It was a very personal like thing she never wanted revealed, and she revealed it. I never found out what it was. Do you remember if Scooter told us?
I don't remember, but I can give you my synopsis on Cook whenever you want it.
Give it right now.
That was going to be the next question.
And Maria, again, I can. You'll be refreshed when I tell you.
I'm so fried right
Okay,
now.
so with Cook, she wasn't talking to any of them.
Yeah.
She was very disconnected. As you see, sitting there, right? Isn't she sitting on another couch? Okay. Yeah. So we all went to the bar to meet afterwards, and she showed up with a couple of friends, and I think no one else had shown up at that point, right, Maria?
No.
We were with the cast, the crew. We were with the crew, and we ended up having to jump on a plane, so we couldn't stay much longer. But where the rest of the crew probably went to shower, they were all on the same page. She went over there alone, and she claimed that, and I don't know how much got edited out, but she claimed that she just wanted to. She thought, I'm doing a reality show. It's best for me to be the villain and go in and did she say that in the reunion?
Leroy said there was. She mentioned something about that.
She mentioned I wanted to come in and I didn't know what was going on. I just thought reality show. I got to come in and be the crazy one, be the mean one.
Yeah.
And Maria, your take was no, that's really not what it was. No. That's who she really was.
Yeah.
And seeing it now edited together. And the reaction that she got from fans and from message boards, and then those girls now, even though they had made their peace, the thing is they don't see these shows. They see these shows live like we do, so they go, "Wait a second, bitch! I thought we were friends. You're in a confessional saying this. You came in to do this to me? That's messed up." And so that's what really created the rift. But she was disconnected from them. I talked to her. I thought she was very nice, but it seemed from other people there that she was just a disconnected person.
I definitely, I mean.
Well, I have a question for you guys, just because, Maria, I assumed from their Twitter conversations that Leroy and Cook were hooking up, and you didn't say no, you didn't say yes, but is that true? Are they hooking up?
Well,
he made no indication of anything like that.
And he said even in the house, remember we commented on her wearing his shirt? He said once she came in, she claimed Dustin.
No, are they currently hooking up, though?
No.
Like when they were in New York, did they hook up?
No, there was. No, see, again, Maria.
I think I'm going to excuse myself at this point because I'm absolutely useless. I can't remember anything. I'm totally embarrassing myself because I don't remember a thing. And so from now on, when I do these, I'm going to do a debrief into a recorder and then remember it to play it before I watch this because I don't remember anything.
I don't think, because we kind of.
There was a hookup.
Before.
Rumor has it there was a hookup.
But before me and Jesse talked, saying, he had said, we have to ask him about Naomi. And I was like, what about Cook? Because I had remembered you said that tweet. And so he kind of suggested it. And it was kind of we were suggesting it, but it was he had no idea. It was that it felt like he never ever really thought about it. He thinks she's pretty kind of, and that's it. I didn't get that indication from him at all.
I don't think they hooked up.
No.
But it's really sad, you guys, because this is what it's like when I get there. It's so fun. We get there and I get into hair and makeup and, I have the greatest team. They're so much fun. I usually do my own makeup, like today, my hair and makeup I did, but most of the time I do it myself, but there I love my girl Nicole. Yeah. And
I was going to say, but
you like the glitter?
The fish.
I love the
fishtail
glitter.
I loved the glitter.
But I loved your hair, and I wanted to know, was the hair your idea? It was your idea.
It was. It was my idea. The glitter, I was so scared when she was doing it. I'm like, Nicole, I trust you, so I'm going to let this go. And then I liked what it looked like on camera. I thought it was fun. It was different.
Right.
But we sit in the makeup chair. It's actually a jumpsuit from Lamb.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a full jumpsuit, and then I had a little white T-shirt underneath it because it was a little revealing. But we sit there, and I get all the dirt, all the dirt.
Oh yeah.
To the point where, Dustin has not been as forthright. I mean, there is stuff, apparently.
And the producers are telling you this?
I'm not going to disclose who's telling me this stuff, but it's crazy. And I get all of it, so now I'm going to have to start recording it and debriefing because I can't remember anything right now. So I am effectively removing myself. Hallelujah, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, I love you all. Goodbye.
Bye, Mari. We love you.
I can't be useless. It makes me so sad.
You know what? Useless. Good thing I'm here.
Okay,
Now that she's gone.
I have a question for you.
Go, my
you
little
and
Mari.
Maria alluded to the fact that someone, when you met them at the reunion, was very, very different than they were on the show.
I think that was
Did
Adam.
y'all guessed who it was?
It was Adam.
I assumed it was Leroy. Who was it?
It was Adam.
Leroy is exactly what we saw on the show.
It was Adam.
It was Adam.
I was going to say Adam, but then when I saw
Adam
Cook
seemed like
on the
a dick
show.
on the show on the reunion too, though.
Well, if he was there for 6 hours, he was a dick for the first 20 minutes, and then once they exposed him, he just sat there like a lamb, and he backed off, and he was much nicer, and
Well, that
now
did
Maria's,
not come across to me in the reunion.
yeah, well, with all that editing, you know what I mean? That's unfortunately the way it is. With all that, everyone's laughing because now Maria,
DJ Maria,
she's
in
got her
the booth.
sunglasses on and you're in the booth. So wait, so if you're useless, so does it make it better to go in the booth and disrupt the
Put
show?
number 7 up. Number 7 on the mixer.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm really upset. I'm very tired. I have a lot to do, and I can't contribute. And I wouldn't want
All right,
anyone else
so
up
beat
there
it.
that's useless.
Get out of here.
Goodbye. That's so
Wow.
rude.
What tell you guys? This is what problem. We don't have the passion. This is the best Real World in 25 years. Phil, get us back to the Jersey Shore. It's coming in August.
Wait,
Mari, are you calling in?
We're going. Are we?
I can't wait.
Do we get to go to the Jersey? Because
I
I
don't know.
want to go to Karma.
Yes, guys.
I really want to go to Karma.
Coast.
Oh.
I'm going to set up a booth in Seaside Heights, and we're all
Are
going to
you going to do it, Mari, or not? We need somebody to just
gonna
drive
do it.
down to the goddamn T-shirt shop, guys.
I will.
All right, sorry. This
We
is
gotta
Jesse's
do it
show.
during the summer
This is
season.
Jesse's show.
So come in August at the
All right.
latest.
I'm sorry.
And we're doing it.
I'm
We're going
sorry.
to Seaside Heights.
All right, let's get back to the show. So your question was Adam was the one who's different, but I also think, I saw Mike. I saw some of Mike's shortcomings.
Yeah. Mike?
Okay, this
You
is
were
what
saying
I have
Mike-
to say about
yeah.
Mike. I have to give my spiel and get it over with, and I was tweeting all about it
Go
last
for it,
night.
Mari.
I don't know what it was like in person, so Kev, you have to tell me, but I thought he was the biggest dick. I thought he was so mean, so overblowing everything that happened with Dustin, and he came off looking so bad and so petty, and I thought he was an a-hole, is basically what I thought.
See, Mari, God, man, why can't you and I date? You got rich parents, you drive, you're so smart. You have such a great take on all this stuff. Anyway, you're 100% on the money.
Yeah.
Now and again, this was the.
Wait, didn't I say that too?
Did you, honey? I'm sorry.
I felt that way about.
Should I go sit next to her?
I felt that way
I'm gonna
about
go
Mike
sit
too.
next to her. All right, I'm gonna go sit.
Phil's going to get mad because he's going to have to keep changing the camera.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Oh, wait. So now you have to fix the
No,
camera?
I feel that.
Oh, poor Phil. All right, so let's talk about this Mike thing. And again, this is from some of the people that work there. Okay. It wasn't necessarily producers. It was just people who'd been around this for months. And it's funny. You talk to cameramen. You talk to all these guys, and they've been through it, right? They've been in the edit bay. They've been filming these guys for so long, and they're just like us. They're just AfterBuzz. What is AfterBuzz? It's just regular people with opinions, but their opinions, I put more weight in because they're around it.
Yeah.
And they said on this show, there was just a lot of alpha males.
Yeah.
A lot of guys who wanted to be the boss, and ironically, Mike was one of them. Mike was okay being second in command to Leroy. But that
not
was
to
it,
Dustin.
to no one else. And what bothered him about, allegedly now, mind you, let me preface, allegedly, what the speculation was that because everything seemed to come easy to Dustin, really good-looking kid, really charismatic, even when you saw them doing their little business, they do for the show, Mike had worked so hard. Okay, he was the one putting the hours into it. Dustin walks in, does nothing, walks in the meeting, and just starts
charming the pants off of everybody.
and shitting ideas out of his ass, which actually were pretty good. And this made what's his name, Mike, so upset. Like, why him and not me? Why is
So
it
a
all
lot of it's based out of insecurity
and jealousy?
Well, because they had that moment, like, at the reunion where Maria asked Mike, like, are you jealous? Like, do you like Heather? And he's like, no, like, Heather, like, you're great. Like, I love you, but you're just not my type. And I'm like, there is a clip of him saying, Heather's gorgeous. Like, she's amazing. And Heather at that moment was giving him that look, like, come on.
Yes.
Like,
Mari, hey, you know what, Mari?
See her rolling her eyes.
Yeah, she literally is rolling. She's
Mari,
like,
if you care enough about this, Rent in the Company of Men. There are two characters struggling, fighting for one girl, and it's these two. You know.
No, I've
the Company of Men.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, I've seen it happen with two guys before, and it's literally it's also, I've said too, it's the guy who says I'm not jealous, I'm not saying this out of jealousy, is always the most jealous guy in the room, and that is exactly who.
But
Mike
you know
is.
what? There's a fine line between being jealous and just being a plain old prick.
That's true.
I thought that he was delivering way too low blows when he was talking about the fact that Dustin shouldn't be in front of the kids at school.
Yeah, that was.
I thought he was so rude, and he came off as so petty, and I just really disliked him.
You know, here's the one thing I will say though about that I have to say in all fairness. Now, my opinion, for what it matters, is meeting Mike. Very sweet kid.
Okay.
Very sweet kid. Very, very sweet.
But like, he was very polite, very
just polite, respectful, and present and eager, and just, you know, I mean, kind of guy I would like.
I would expect that. I think.
Who didn't you get that from being there?
You know,
just the way they handled themselves.
I didn't get to any. I was surprised. I thought I'd have some kind of interaction with Adam, although I didn't want to because I grew up with too many kids like that, and I'm like, I have Leroy's take.
Right.
He softened. I mean, it was like 6 hours. He softened. They were all decent. I think Cook was really like opening her arms up because it was like, you know, she kind of had nobody. She seemed very shunned. And the girls were just like, you know, girls. What was interesting was that Dustin was getting made up with the girls and just hanging with them.
Well, that's what Leroy said. Leroy was
with the guys.
Leroy was like, Dustin was one of the girls. He was like, he was always with the girls. He was always. But the thing is, like, back to Mike, it was kind of when they did the little package on him and his life now, it's like part of it, which kind of annoyed me, was like, and now, like, I'm the sorority sweetheart, and I'm this, and it's like,
now he's get Bush.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's just.
And I was like, okay.
His character went from like. We predicted it though. We did predict that his character was gonna have this arc, and he was gonna, you know, Leroy was gonna turn him into a man.
Yeah.
But that cockiness at the end.
Well,
it was the
guys. You're all working in Hollywood, which is, you know, every one of you guys is in the entertainment business. You're working in Hollywood. One of the old things they say is that Hollywood is revenge of the nerds.
Yeah.
And when you have, and basically what happens is these nerds get power, and then they're horrible with women. They're horrible to women, and that's why they. And what I think you might 100%. See with Mike is be that guy. Now he's got his
very
like,
well said.
And he's got the power, and it's like, oh, they're all gonna pay.
Oh yeah, completely.
So I hope that's not true. Like I said, he was nice, but it was off-putting to go that far. Dustin. Dustin. Okay, you asked me one person that I didn't like. I did not like Dustin. I didn't meet him. I didn't shake his hand.
Did he seem superstar? Because sitting on that couch with that jacket and just leg crossed.
He was superstar, but you listen to me. At the end of the day, you know, I joke about a lot of things. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, Maria is my responsibility. And when she was grilling him, he was looking at her like he was going to punch her in the face.
Yes. Yeah.
And all the security walked up on set before their segment.
Because he was gonna.
Because they knew that.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
And Maria, I got to give you credit because I loved.
Didn't let up.
I saw.
Didn't let up.
They showed so many of the little clips of you just throwing the little subliminal jabs at him, and it was just too hilarious.
And so Maria. She wasn't. She wasn't
trying to understand
and get to the truth.
Absolutely.
Because clearly there was shenanigans going on.
Shenanigans. He wasn't being upfront. He wasn't being honest. And I wanted to know the truth once and for all.
Yeah, once and for all. You lied during the show, and like little truths kept coming out. But now you're still lying. And again, speculation. Speculation is he owns part of that routine, and who knows, maybe there is some video footage of his, and it'll come out at the right time that he'll probably profit off it.
Yeah.
You know, that's speculation. But
wait. Sorry, I'm confused. He did more than Frat Pad?
But
Yes.
he did a lot in Frat Pad, right?
No, he did more than Frat Pad. Frat Pad was the first website, and then remember, actually, Frat Pad's the last website he did because originally he started taking just pictures, and then the guy said, "Hey, I'll offer you more money if you do A, B, and C." And then the picture in which Mike said he had,
He's sitting. Yeah, oh my God, it's about to have a nice seat for himself.
Playing patty cake with the other guy.
Yeah.
That is from something different. He keeps trying to. He was. I don't know how much. I mean, 6 hours. There was a lot of
he didn't.
conversation.
No, he didn't. He just kept saying, "Move on, move on,"
Photoshop.
and he was looking at Photoshop, and he was looking at Maria like he was going to hit her. And so I went up to the front of the set. And like, oh, there's security. I'm like, what? I guess like some guy in a blue Sears blazer. Like, really? That's gonna do? No, I'm going up there and I'm gonna make sure. So I'm like, go ahead, make your move, kid. Yeah. Seriously, you really want to see it? Like, bring it. Yeah. Like, she's asking you questions, but he was looking at her, and Maria said, it's common. She's like, oh, Kevin, don't worry. Like they always get like that. And in the moment,
Simmer down.
What? Simmer down nothing, Maria. Like, whatever. It was very upsetting. And so I'm just telling you the truth. He was looking at her, and I don't know if I'd have to see the show again. Sorry I didn't watch it. We could have frozen moments. But he was looking at her like he was going to kill her. You know?
It kind of, I never saw that point at the show. Oh, really?
At the top of the show, they must have edited it that way.
Yeah, I thought it was like edited to like just before he was gonna kill. I never saw that on his face that he was gonna kill her, but like I saw it building up. And would you think a lot of it is based out of like self-loathing, embarrassment? It's like, is it all embarrassment?
Probably, yeah.
I think a lot of it, and that's why it's like, I don't know if it's embarrassment and he regrets it. I don't know if I can hate him for it.
But why would you come on the show knowing you want to get the secret out? It's really conflicting.
It's like very, it's very...
I think it's just as conflicting as the act itself.
Yeah.
I mean, he says he's not gay, he did gay porn. That's a very conflicting message.
Gay for pay.
No, and I really
He's gay for pay.
Gay for pay.
Is he gay for pay?
I think that as conflicted as he was yet again to come on national TV.
I want to be gay for pay. They pay a lot, Jesse?
All of it is conflicting.
Oh, I'm so gay for pay.
No, they pay. No, I was.
They pay better than the straight
talking
ones.
to. Yeah, no, they pay a lot. Like my friend, I was talking to him about. He's like, yeah, I have a friend who's totally gay for pay, and he's completely.
How much are we talking, Jeff?
AfterBuzz is about.
Yeah. How much do we make? How much can I make?
No. Yeah, he's like, I have a friend.
How much can they get if you're gay for pay? Mari, find out. You're the reporter. How much can I get if I go gay for pay?
I'm Googling gay for pay.
Maria,
but
you know, like
say,
we had talked. Wait, sorry, Mari. Can I just? Wait, sorry.
If he is doing gay for pay, then just be honest about it.
Yes.
I think that was the biggest issue of the whole show was that he lied about it.
And that's what Maria
it's
kept saying.
We're all about full commitment here,
if
Jesse.
you do something embarrassing,
Fully commit.
just be honest about it. Just tell the truth from the start,
It's
and
not
if you
easy
don't
to,
lie, it is so much better than if you do.
It's not easy to be honest about that, but Emily, what were you going to ask me?
Well, here's remember how we had
coming back out there.
the MTV movie awards when we were talking about it, and Brett, who was Brant was it who was Brant was with us, and he mentioned that phrase gay for pay, and I thought that he had like come up with it on the fly, and so I mentioned it to my friend. He was like, no, that's totally like total thing.
Can we find out how much he makes?
I don't know. And he was like, I have a friend
AfterBuzz. We need bandwidth, Maria. I'm gonna go gay for pay.
He's like always at the clubs, like he's open, like he's totally gay for pay. He's totally. And then like 2 days later, I actually saw they were doing an inside of the. Obviously, it's a totally different type of gay for pay, but Modern Family Cast was doing inside the actor studio, and the moderator was like, Jesse, do you think
Cameron's gay for pay?
Gay for pay. And he was like,
I
he's
heard
totally
too.
gay for pay. So it's like actually a real thing. Like there are people that are totally gay for pay.
We're eating up like 10 terabytes or 12 terabytes of hosting. Listen, no, Mari, listen. How much can I get, Mari? How much can I get? Because we need bandwidth.
Find it, but these images are like.
I mean, do these guys? Do you have fans? No, we have down. Do you have fans, Mari? And Jesse, do your fans know we have downloads from Guam, Japan, Kuwait? Like,
No way.
But you can't type gay
seriously.
for pay and get an actual answer. It's a slang term
All right,
in
but
which people use.
all I want is an answer. I don't. We got to buy some
Everyone's getting all
bandwidth.
crazy here.
What?
We still have
I'm
not
going
asked
gay for
Emily.
pay.
Emily, a friend of yours says that they do gay for pay.
No, a friend of mine, a very, very close friend of mine, has a friend who does gay for pay.
Male or female?
Male.
Male like me.
And is very open about it and is
Like open as I would be.
open about it.
And is he doing it for bandwidth too?
I don't know, but he's
No.
completely open about it.
I wonder if
Phil, how much is the bandwidth?
And
like,
if someone
right?
gets-
Isn't it like, with like
would do
10,000 a month?
heterosexual pay
Okay, so
for
this
pay.
is what I was gonna say. What were you gonna say, Phil?
Well, all right. So to kind of give people
Get me numbers.
So there's this weird theory of Google Analytics and all that other crap of like, okay, how many downloads are we getting? And you go on these sites and it's like, oh, you're getting one download. Oh, interesting. Because every expert company I talk to, it's like $10,000 a month per bandwidth because you're using up way too much. You're getting Japan, you're getting Australia, you're getting New Zealand, you're getting like all these different countries.
All right. So would you estimate I would have to
I'm texting
consume 5 penises for the amount
Okay, I
per
have an
month for
answer
bandwidth?
you.
Mari
In an
has an
article
answer.
I'm reading about
Okay.
gay for pay on Global Post,
Right.
it says men with reservations about gay porn come in hoping to make lots of money. All they might ever make in gay porn is the $150 they made the first time.
That's
Yet the
not
evidence
true.
of their free career will be online
That is
forever.
not true, Mari. I'll give a little
Jess,
something.
will you get on this, please?
When I lived in New York.
I can't. I need $150. You
When
know how
I
much
lived in New
cock I'm
York-
gonna have to
All
take?
right, let's
I
listen.
had a friend.
You know what? I'm going to say this, by the way. You sell your semen, you don't get a lot of money. Women ovaries, tons of cash
Ooh,
to be had there.
interesting.
We can sell our ovaries for
Interesting.
AfterBuzz.
All right, Jess, go ahead, please.
We can create
That's
an
option B.
AfterBuzz army.
No, that's option B.
So,
What is going on?
Emmy's is we have 22-year ovaries here. You
always
know
the
what I can get for
reunion
those in China?
22-year-old ovaries.
Yeah, these things are gonna be gold.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, you don't want kids anyway. They're
What
annoying.
is going
All right,
on?
Jess, go
they're
ahead.
warm in the bakery. So,
Sorry. Here's what my friend said.
AfterBuzz exclusive.
I just said, I said having
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
he said, this is what it says. It said, having a gay for pay convo. Does your friend get a shitload of money, and is he open about it? This is the answer. He goes, nobody got more than regular porn.
So here's the thing, because
Wow.
I actually.
And I have another answer. Another one says they pay $600 for 4 hours of work.
All right,
Okay,
that's
so
good.
here's the
An
real
8-hour day,
statistics from
1,200
a porn
bucks,
star.
And I do 6 sessions and we're done.
Okay,
We get enough
Jesse
bandwidth.
takes the floor.
All right. So
No one interrupt.
I had a friend whose cousin was a gay porn star, and he made so much money.
Was he really gay?
He was okay. So here's his thing: if you're straight and you do this gay for pay, you won't make that much money because they do things like, I'm gonna really do my mother, please. They have this thing called bait bus where they'll talk to the guys and they'll be like, hey, so you're straight,
Right.
we're gonna have this girl come on the bus and she's gonna, do hungry hippo on you.
Whoa, what's Hungry Hippo?
Enjoying the love shack.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Oral
just
sex.
envision, there you go.
Okay.
So, but what they do
She's
is
gonna do what Nani did to Adam, supposedly.
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
So they give you $100 up front. They blindfold you, and they end up having a guy do it, and that's how they trick straight men into doing it. And then they then they drop you off.
way.
And this happens a lot in Miami. They drop you off at a corner, and you just were blown by a man. You were screwing a man,
And they're filming it.
and it was all filmed. You're blindfolded. So now, if you're straight going to gay porn, you're not going to get that much money. Now, if you're gay
Why?
and you act, it's just easy to be bamboozled. Now my friend was gay, but lived this straight life,
like
Yeah.
me.
and he was getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars just for to be one full movie. But he was also straight for pay. He would do
okay.
straight heterosexual movies, and he got paid less doing those than he did for the gay porn.
I know. I think there's a play in here somewhere, Phil.
I think I got a news
I think
story
we-
on me. You sign up for a porn gig, you're a heterosexual man, all of a sudden a man is blowing you on a bus and they're pulling the wool over your eyes.
And you don't get any money for bandwidth.
And really, the female is just the camera girl.
Yeah, no, you're not going to get any bandwidth that way.
A lot of words to our AfterBuzz TV dictionary. Have we started that yet? Because
I think it might be time to wrap this.
You have no idea.
This is just going to a whole new level that I don't want to participate in.
And now,
predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so I mean, there's really nothing to predict.
The shit they didn't show.
No.
Gonna be
Here's what we can predict the rivals and talk about what's next season going to be like of Real World. Is it going to be in this vein?
Here's one of the things, one of my predictions that I was saying.
Look at how handsome Leroy is.
He is very
with his
handsome.
red hanky and
Very Kanye West.
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I'd mentioned this to Jesse earlier. In one of our previous shows, I said I think Adam, like, he's so crazy, he's gonna have like a big MTV career in front of him. I am taking that back, like on the challenges and stuff, because one of the things I realized, as we all know, anybody who's watched the challenges, it's all about alliances. No one is going to make an alliance with Adam, because you think even like the guys who were the dicks, they even had people on their seasons or were smart. Exactly. No one is ever going to have an alliance with Adam.
No.
So it's like he's going to try to ride it for like maybe like the next month.
No,
but
never.
He's literally, I really don't think he could go back to challenge after challenge, but okay, he'll find like a really dumbass girl who will make out with him. And it's not like, here's the thing. It's not like, oh, he's drinking less. No, he's going to be back in that house. All they do is get wasted and party. He's going to act the exact same way. So I really don't think, like, he's just going to be another one of the... I think he'll be a, like, trash... like, we'll forget about him soon.
And let me say this, the challenge houses are so strict.
Yeah.
They can't leave the island. They can't leave the house.
That's why they end up going nuts. They have island fever at the end of it.
They have no communication with the
By
outside
the
world.
way,
booze and rice.
Actually, I saw on a message board, because I thought after they get kicked off, they like all live in a hotel.
No.
Oh, because
They're
now
off the island, right? They get flown out.
What happened is they all tweeted when they got back home, so now they know who got voted off first and every. Yeah.
Come on, they're not smart enough to like ban that. I will say this: like the real world is still you're cocooned, but you can still make calls. Obviously, you can still see humans. Those challenges, that's why they get so wacky and so crazy. Is because you really are stuck.
Yeah.
No, but the islands that they put them on, or wherever they put them, are they allowed to?
Nope.
Not even to like.
Nope. Nope.
Go out and not. Wow.
Nope.
That's why they do the toga parties and all that stuff.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm excited to see the rivals.
How well do you think that Leroy and Adam are going to do? I don't.
We can't comment. We know.
Oh, you do.
They're rookies.
Unfortunately, I wish I could tell you.
What do you think?
Well, I just don't think. I think Leroy, if he went.
I have a question. Sorry, go.
If Leroy went in it with anybody else, I think that because Leroy is a winner. Adam, I just think, is going to screw him up. And I'm surprised how cool Leroy was talking about Adam.
Huge challenge.
Maybe they did well then.
I think Leroy has a big challenge future ahead of him.
Would you guys have preferred Mike and Dustin going into it?
We were talking about
that. Oh my God, that would have been so good.
That really was the one.
I just have to say, before we end
two.
this, like, I could not understand why Mike was so
and
angry.
Obviously, Dustin.
And even
is
after all of that, I still
like,
couldn't.
I don't hate
Even
you.
after I explained it?
No.
All right, what do you guys think about next year's Real World? Do you think
I love that,
it'll
Phil.
be
Do you know where it is?
I don't know where. I heard San Diego.
It's Costa Rica. Oh,
I don't remember.
I heard San Diego. Bet they were speculating, but I don't know. Maybe I'm
For
wrong.
the Real World?
No, I don't want West Coast again.
I heard San Diego.
San Diego's too boring.
by the way, you know the girl
But-
from
but-
San
but
Diego
wait, guys.
was in Sucker Punch.
But-
The girl, one of the girls in San Diego is like legit.
Well, listen, for San Diego, like it'll be interesting to see if it has the fun vibe, Jersey Shore vibe that this had. But you know, they swear up and down that they did not cast this show purposely. I said to them, I said, you have more genuine people.
Yeah.
I don't know. They said, we swear to you, we cast it like we
By
do
the way,
every season.
here's the thing.
I
don't
hope they
believe
stay
them.
in this vein. You don't believe it, right? I didn't either.
I don't believe them.
Because it's much more real people. It's not the little artsy kids anymore.
No more talking. It's all about Emily's goodbye.
Yes.
We're going to Miami.
Thank you guys. It's been an amazing season.
Not leaving
I'm
yet.
not leaving. I'm doing the voice.
And we're gonna
The
do
Voice, and you'll be back
we
for
got
next
and
week.
we have the AfterBuzz party. We're gonna have a big
AfterBuzz.
bash,
But I'm
which we're
saying
gonna
for
stream
our
on.
Real World
We're
fans.
gonna stream on
For
Ustream.
Real World fans.
Real
You'll be
World
back
friends,
next week. Shit
please.
that don't show.
Are we going to do shit they didn't show? Sure we will.
We'll have the
We
shit.
just need another.
Real
we just
World.
need another reason to
We
talk.
have a shit show coming up, and then we have Rivals, and
we
of
have
course we
Rivals.
have The Shore. And by the way,
And I'm doing the voice.
and I think in July we're gonna have an AfterBuzz party, and we're gonna stream it live on Ustream.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
So
That sounds amazing.
Yes, you won't be there, Mari. Actually, Mari, you're gonna fly out. No, you're gonna fly out for that. I'm telling you right now. Okay.
Seeing you ditched us for the MTV Awards.
No covering the opening of
By the way-
an ice cream store in Soboken.
I couldn't fly out for the MTV Awards because I was taking the LSAT.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Nerd, yeah.
Nerd.
All right, guys, we want to thank Leroy
you.
for calling
Thank
in.
you,
Thank
Leroy. You're the
Maria and
man.
Kevin. Thank you guys for coming in. We appreciate it, and for all the inside scoop. Mari, thanks for calling. And yeah, actually, we're gonna have Alex Kaplan in studio next week. Woo! Very excited for that.
An original AfterBuzzer.
Actually, you guys should call Scooter next week, the producer of The
If
Real
he'll take the
World.
call, if he'll take the call. He's very
He'll do
low
it.
key. He's very
fun.
low key.
Awesome. So hopefully we can get that in the works. So until then, guys, peace out.
From producers Keven Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janedy, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Honey, shake your butt.
Buzz you later.
Buzz you later.
Buzz you later.
Buzz you later.
Bye, Mari.
Do you know Eva Mendes is in this video?
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.